Self-reliance is, it's the name of a very, very famous essay written by Ralph Waldo Emerson, whose picture I have at my writing space on my other place on the other side. And it means something very different to me now than it did originally. Originally, I think that was an ego construct for me. Rely upon yourself. When you're in, it's like I've been called the father of motivation. For some reason, this label has just been put on me. And I always say, well, motivation is really, when a person is motivated, they get a hold of an idea and they won't let anything interfere with it. Like they're going to plow through whatever obstacles show up. I'm going to make sure that I run through them. Nothing's going to stop me. In other words, it's me, me, me. I'm motivated. We send our kids off to school. He's not motivated. Get him motivated. He wants to do, And then there's another concept, and the concept is inspiration. And it's the exact reverse of motivation. Motivation is you get a hold of an idea and take it where you want to take, where you think it should go. Inspiration is when an idea gets a hold of you. And it takes you where you were intended to go from the first moment of your conception and in all of infinity. And that's when you and that's what the great was, that's what Carl Jung said. He said, I didn't have this idea, it had me. That's exactly the way I feel about it. And when it has you, and if you're a writer or you're a speaker, you do what I do, or if you're an artist or a musician or do anything in the creative enterprises in your life, they will all say the same thing. That I don't know what it is, it just comes over. Great actors will tell you that. It's Sir Laurence Olivier, the very famous story he told us. He gave the greatest rendition of Hamlet that had ever been given. And he's back in his dressing room throwing things around and angry, and his dresser, this person who, what they call a dresser, is dressing, said, Sir Laurence, how could you possibly, this is the greatest portrayal of Hamlet that's ever been given. He said, don't you think I know that? And I have no idea how I did it or if I could ever do it again. And I've known that. I've gone up in front of audiences, I've spoken for 3 and 4 hours when the time just zipped right by, and I realized that something had taken over. And that's what inspiration is, where you allow this divine source, the highest place within yourself, to be the controlling factor in your life. You're relying upon yourself, but yourself is your highest self. You're not your lower self. Your lower self, your false self, Muktananda called the ego, the false self. The idea that I believe that who I am is what I have. If you believe that you are what you have, and when what you have goes away, then there's no you. Obviously, you're not what you have or what you do or your body or any of that. Who you are is a divine piece of the universe. And when you self-reliance for me now means relying upon my highest self.